Hello, hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 242. Holy shit, we're live on TikTok, y'all.
Oh my gosh, it is
Thank-
historic evening.
Thank you to Peter Spalding for getting me hooked up. So we are currently on TikTok right now. If you could see below the waist, there might be some firmness going on because I'm so excited that we're on TikTok. Is that too much? Too far?
Now we have no watchers on TikTok.
No, we have one watcher on TikTok. So, hey guys, thank you guys so much for joining the Gig Economy Podcast. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything gig our show related, and then our Patreon people: Samson, Bud, Omar, Steve, Delivery Cats, Frank, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, Jerry. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show and what we do and getting our mission out. If you would like to support the show, go to patreon.com. I'm so excited about the Patreon or the TikTok. I got a couple extra streams or screens going. Patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast. There's a bunch of tiers there, and you can choose which one you would like, but we would really love the support. We also offer a Telegram chat where we're able to communicate with gig workers all around the world. You can join that chat. Everything we talk about, the links are in the description for that. And Larry's going to tell us about the Telegram group.
Yeah, the Telegram group, it's a just a way you can converse back and forth. You can text back and forth just like a regular texting program, but you can also do video or voice chat. So if you're out driving, delivering food or driving passengers, you want to chat with some other gig workers, you can do a voice chat, which is really easy instead of trying to text while you drive. But you can talk with gig workers all over the country. Talk with people who know what you're going through because they're doing gig work too. They know the ups and downs. We talk about any new gigs that are out there or what's hot right now and just kind of get to know each other. And it's a good way to make some friends all over the country.
Yeah. We've gotten some pretty good friends on there that we've hung out pretty regularly. That's a hard word to say.
It is a hard word to say.
And we're getting together in Nashville this year. So I'm really stoked for that. It's gonna be super fun. Then the last but least, follow us on TikTok, damn it. Join us on TikTok, and you can watch the stream there or YouTube or Facebook. I know I have Twitch on the thing, but we ditched Twitch. We weren't getting much traction on there anyways, and I can only stream to 3 of them. And the lowest one left, and
that's right. We drop off the bottom.
Yeah, and we added TikTok, so that's cool. Stories from the road, Larry. St. Patty's Day. As much as you peer pressured me to go out and drive, I did drive, but not rideshare.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh yeah. So no, I was out there going to talk about what you did and how.
Oh no, sorry, I was setting you up.
So yeah, over the weekend I did not drive. We had some really bad storms here, so I did not want to go out in that. On Saturday night, Friday night, my son was here. He was down here celebrating his birthday down here from St. Louis, which was great because they had like 8 tornadoes in St. Louis that night. So. Yeah. So he was safe here. And then one night I had to go pick up my daughter. She was on spring break down in Florida, and her flight kept getting delayed because of all the storms. So ended up getting home from picking her up about 3 a.m. So I did go out on actual St. Patty's Day, but it is spring break for the college here. Slowest St. Patty's Day I've ever done. I went out for about 4.5, almost 5 hours and made diddly squat really. And
that's terrible.
Yeah. I think I made like $80. So it was slow.
Yeah. Hang on one sec. Sullivan, off screens. Okay. Sorry, had to do some parenting. Last week it was dogs, and I did close the door in the bedroom. This week parenting.
Yeah, it's funny. My son was here, last week, and he always brings his cat Garfield. And I went downstairs, and Kathy was like, "Oh, I hope Garfield didn't get in the screen. Didn't get on the picture." I was like, "You kidding?" Jason was like yelling at his dogs. Like Garfield would have been no big deal.
I would have loved Garfield on the picture. That would have. I love animals.
Yeah.
If I was wasn't so cheap or could figure it out, I added dog cam because my big old pitty, the one that barked last time, is sound asleep on the couch right now.
Oh, there you go.
So, so my week, it was pretty good. I did DoorDash, and I put a note in there that DoorDash is quiet, and then Gabe was giving me shit about it. But like literally, I'm getting no requests for orders.
Really?
So it says it's busy.
Mm-hmm.
It's allowing me on, and no order. I mean, I got one. I mean, I missed one because I just wasn't looking at my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why are you? And it's letting me be on till 9:00 at night. Like I was out in the morning, and it said I could pick till 9 p.m. to go on. So I'm like,
wow.
Are they opening it up like Uber and just you're not going to get the orders? But yeah, I literally maybe got 3 requests in like 5 hours.
Wow. Yeah, that's
And it never said, we're ending your dash. It just stayed on.
Yeah, used to wouldn't, definitely wouldn't let me on, when it was slow. Usually when it would actually let me on, I would definitely get orders.
Yeah. So I really don't know what's going on with that. I mean, obviously I was on because for Dovetail, I got my one order.
There you go.
And I was able to submit for that.
Okay, I'll test that out here because I know that when I was getting my order for Dovetail, I just went online and it let me go on, which
right away.
Usually I was not able to do that. So I'll test that out and see if I'm able to get on a lot more here as well.
Yeah, I plan on going out this weekend, and same thing. I'll have DoorDash on, but it was just very odd to not get a ton of orders.
Yeah, that is unusual.
And then I did kind of a new move for Spark. I got an order, and it was slow on Spark. Actually, most of my money this past weekend was earned on Uber Eats.
Okay.
And I did do 2 rides, actually. It worked out so great. I ended up taking a Walmart out to Allendale, which like it's kind of a hike.
Yeah.
And while I was out there, the college had their little, not their bar crawl, but they were walking around with jugs of booze, like all over campus. So I'm like, well, it's surging. It was like $7 or $8. So I threw it on and I get a comfort ride, and it was short, but it was like a mile for $11. I'm like, all right, I'll stay up here. If I'm getting $11 runs to run a mile, I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I get it. And then all of a sudden, right before I pull up, the gal changed the location. But I think when that happens, I don't think you can see where it's going. All I saw was a money. All of a sudden, it went from like $11 to $20, but I couldn't tell where it was.
Yeah.
So I pulled up to her and I was like, "Hey, I just want to know," because I didn't want to go downtown because it's Irish off Ionia, and it's just I didn't want to do it. Well, she ended up going back to Granville, where I live and where I work out of. So
perfect,
worked out great. So that was good. But so Walmart was slow, and this is another order. I quick grabbed it. It was like, I don't know, like $28 for like 10 miles. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah. So I drive all the way to Walmart. It was a shop and deliver. I didn't bother peeking at it, what it was before I got there. Go to start, 4 huge like Adirondack chairs, those plastic.
Oh yeah.
Bro. What? I'm not going to fit that in my Bolt. Like, maybe
not
I could. I can't. I went in there. I started the shop. I went not available. And then, of course, they just canceled it out, and I didn't get any money for it.
Yeah.
But God, what a noob move, because you can peek at that.
Right. You can peek at it and see.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was heading that way anyways, but I was just kind of frustrated with myself that I didn't look beforehand what was being shot, because then I would have just right away.
No, thank you. And also, not anything from last week, but today is D-Day. Today is the day I've been dreading for years and years. Today is the day that upfront pricing for Uber goes into effect in Bowling Green. So,
oh man,
today is the day for sure.
Yeah,
we'll have to see how it goes this weekend when I go out.
At least you didn't have like a killer weekend, and then you're gonna be like,
womp womp.
Right. Well, good luck on that. I'm sure we'll hear a report next show to see what's up.
Take all the luck I can get.
Right. Gig economy in the news. First off, right away is a video. It's an Amazon driver. Now, again, I don't know where Peter is because Peters are like, if this is fake or not. I don't think this was fake. I think this guy just had a complete meltdown. So he's very frustrated at the homeowner that he's delivering to.
Yes.
So we'll watch that and chat about it. Here we go. Minute 7.
I've been waiting on this day to tell you how much I hate this fucking house. The waters, all the shit that you order, all of the shit. I hate it. I hate this house. I hate that you order shit. You are the fucking laziest fucking house in this whole goddamn neighborhood. You're inconsiderate. You're full of shit. I fucking hate everything about y'all. I hate it. All you have to do is fucking order the store from Walmart pickup or Central pickup or whatever and go put the shit in your own truck and go do it your fucking self. You are the laziest sons of bitches ever. And then people bring this shit. We break our backs, we break our necks, we break our nails, we break everything to bring you this shit. And you're ungrateful as fuck. I hope you know that.
Okay, there was so I didn't watch the whole, AKA Jason doesn't do full prep. I didn't watch the full thing. So there was a couple different drivers there.
Yeah.
Towards the
I
end.
wish she'd tell us how she really feels, though. She's not.
Oh my gosh.
Holding her feelings back there.
I mean, if that was like real, like I don't even know how that person even has a job anymore.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if it was her last day because she's like, I've been waiting for this day.
Oh,
that's what she said, I think, at the beginning. So I was wondering if maybe she was moving on to another job and she was like, I've been waiting for this day so I can tell you exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
It didn't look fake to me.
No. Yeah, second comment 4 days ago. I hope saying I've been waiting for this day means they already have a new job lined up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That person is a little unhinged. I wouldn't deliver it if I had another job lined up and I hate him. I would just mark it as undeliverable.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I don't know. I think maybe she wanted to come so she could tell them off.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I often wonder, and when I see these people like really get upset, is like that's kind of your job. I mean, that's kind of what you got signed up for. These people are keeping you working. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, obviously. And I know I see a lot of drivers like FedEx bitching about Chewy and stuff. I'm like, okay, then go do another fucking job. Like, are you doing it for clout? Now, obviously, that was a ring cam, so that that wasn't the driver doing that. But it's a lot of times I skip right through them. I used to kind of watch them, but now I'm annoyed by every delivery driver that's like, stop ordering your pet food, stop ordering your litter and stuff like that. I'm just like, shut up and just do what you're supposed to do. If or not, just leave. I'm cool either way. Somebody else will deliver it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of what you signed up for. And if you're either delivering, if you're not delivering packages at this house, you're just going to be delivering, what does it matter if you deliver 20 packages to one house or 5 packages here and 5 packages at 3 more houses? It's the same amount of packages. You're only going to be doing so much in that day. So I don't know.
Wouldn't you be excited if you had 20 at the house, even though if it was water, that's 20 less you got to stop at somebody else's house?
That's what I would think, but
yeah, totally strange.
Yeah.
Lyft I kind of perked up on this when I saw this story about they're actually innovating.
Yeah. And I thought you got excited because you're old.
Oh. Good one.
So Lyft has announced that they're going to be offering a simplified version of the Lyft app for elderly riders later on this year. Part of their effort to kind of distinguish themselves from Uber. They're always trying to do things to kind of separate themselves, and Uber does the same thing, but then they kind of just end up copying each other. So it ends up kind of being the same thing. Yeah. But they're going to call it Lyft Silver. And said that this new mode will include a user experience designed for seniors with a simple new look and easy access to support. Offering said would also let older users share ride details with a contact and use digital gift cards sent by people that they know. Going to be introduced later this year in some test markets. It says you can sign up for a wait list if you're interested and get updates on when it's going to launch in your market. And said we're always working to connect and serve our audience better, especially underserved communities, to help grow rideshare. Lyft wants to promote the feature as one that empowers older adults to be independent while giving their relatives peace of mind. And again, they said they're always looking for ways to kind of separate themselves, because they'll offer something and then Uber will copy it, or Uber will offer something and they end up copying it. That happens all the time. So yeah, something that's going to be coming out kind of geared toward the elderly people.
So you may have said it early when you were speaking. I was looking at something else. Will it connect to the driver app just like normal, or it does not say that, or is it like?
It doesn't say. I mean, it says it's another version of the app. So I guess it'll just be when you'll go to the App Store and look for Lyft Silver, and it'll just be
for the customer.
Yeah.
I just wonder.
But it doesn't say anything about it being different on our end, on the driver's end. So I think it would just be.
I'm assuming it would be the same, but it would be nice to, because what was that? Was it GoGo Grandparent that it would send you, like you would know that it was for GoGo Grandparent?
Mm-hmm.
It would be kind of nice if you had a heads up that it was an elderly.
Yeah, and maybe it would pop up there just like it would do if it was like a Uber Pet or something. Maybe it'll say Lyft Silver. I don't know.
Yeah, just to give you a heads up. A, if you wanted to cancel, or B, if you could be just a little more patient with the person, because obviously they're not tech savvy.
Yeah, probably not.
It is interesting that they're doing it now when, I mean, I guess there's still a lot of older people that are out, but I mean, I feel like you and I are relatively, you're in your 50s. I'm almost in my 50s. Yeah. And very close, knocking on the door. And I feel like I'm relatively tech savvy. Like, I don't think there's anything other than Pete helped me with some streaming and stuff, but I don't think there's a ton out there that I'm just like, oh my, like basic consumer stuff.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and I think we both have an interest in that. There's some people there, that's just not where their talents kind of lie. But there's people who can work on cars and do all sorts of stuff like that I can't do. So I think it's definitely like kind of one of our talents that we're leaning toward. But for some people, I know some people that are very intelligent people, but technology just throws them. But especially honestly, apps.
The app's not that complicated though.
Well, look how, I mean, of course we think that. I mean, we've been in it for 8 years.
Yeah, that's true.
If you've never used it before, you don't really have the concept of even how it works.
Yeah.
I would think it would, I remember the first time I opened it to go drive, even you're like, what's going on?
Well, driving, yes. As a passenger though, it's like, put your address in, click.
Yeah.
I need a driver. So that's all I'm saying. But you're right. To an elderly person that maybe, got their first smartphone, to dumb it down a little bit.
I can understand that. And, it's just another way to try to serve some of their customers, because I'm sure there'll be elderly people out there who will make use of it.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, moving on. Let's see. Typical Uber. So starting April 1, 2025, drivers fully electric vehicles in your city can earn an extra $150. So they're dropping it. They just keep dropping it. First, it was you have to do the 200 rides every 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
That was the new one, because it used to be you just got $1 every time you did it. This one, now they're dropping it down to $150 after 200 rides. So it's just, I don't know. I don't understand, and maybe you can explain why. They're wanting to go all electric by 2030. That's their goal. But is it all electric their own fleet? Because they keep reducing the incentives for drivers to get electric cars.
Yeah, it's weird because, when they first talked about it, they just were talking about going all electric, and they never even mentioned, or, you never got the hint that they were really talking about their own fleet.
Correct.
But it kind of seems like they're edging that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Uber's never pulled back incentives, but just
Right.
for a company that's been like hounding of like, we want, green, and they've already taken away like the hybrids
Mm-hmm.
and the like all those benefits. Those are already gone.
Yeah, it has to be full electric.
Full electric. So it just kind of annoys me for a company that's really trying to be quote unquote green.
Yeah.
To not do anything. Hey Steve,
Yep.
thanks for joining. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because it's Uber.
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of annoying that they did that. But
Definitely.
all right. I don't remember what this is.
Yeah, so this next one
Oh
is
yeah, I got it.
it's just a it looks like a business. They have a sign. I guess they accept packages from everybody because they have a sign up for nice USPS, for UPS, FedEx, and Amazon, and it has a big sign on the door that says delivery drivers open the effing door and put the packages inside. This means you.
Yeah. So clearly they're fed up with that.
Yes.
I think
Most definitely.
the first comment on that was guaranteed that door's locked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
somebody, like the management's fucking pissed about it, but somebody in the department's been locking that door every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it gets left out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. When I first started Flex, I used to get so worried about like walking in the garage, and like now I'm like, I don't give a
Oh
fuck.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna walk in their house, but like if it's more convenient, well, it's twofold. If it's more convenient for me to leave it in the garage, I don't have to walk as far to the door.
Right.
I'll do
There
that.
it goes.
I'll set it on stuff. But if it's raining or if they request to put it in there,
Mhm.
I'll open the door. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I used to be
Yeah.
so worried about like getting in trouble or deactivated because I violate, because it is against the rule. You're not supposed to open any doors or put it
Right.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but I try to be if it says it in the notes, I'm going to try to do it. But God,
Sure.
I guarantee that door's been locked 6 out of the 7 days.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
So it gets
funny.
Yeah, it does. It gets frustrating. So Larry shared this, I think. I'm not sure where he found it, but Uber Cash. It's a screenshot of the preferences, and it's got deliveries, UberX, Uber Priority, and then sign up for shop and deliver. And then on the bottom, trip filters accept cash. Is this new? I mean, I think it was for food delivery. But do you have any follow up on this at all?
Yeah, I think it's just I think they're testing it out in some markets, and from what they said, it'll be something that you can opt in or out of.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know anybody who would do it, who would opt into it. So if they're really going to do it, I can't imagine that they'll keep it as an opt in. But I know a lot of people who would quit if they had to do cash. Nobody wants to be carrying cash around with them. You're just inviting people to, try to rob you, things like that. So yeah, if it came to where you had to opt into it, I think a lot of people would quit.
I just want to know if it's for rides or just eats.
No, it's for rides.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like that'd be crazy to do that.
I think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be nuts to. If if it was something you had to do, I would not like it at all.
I do wonder, a lot of the underprivileged areas, they don't trust banks. And I wonder if this is a push to accommodate them a little bit, because most of them just hang with cash. You know what I mean?
That's very possible. Yeah, that's very possible. Because I understand what you're talking about. I've dealt with people like that too who don't trust banks.
But in another side of my mouth or my head, I'm like, bro, it's 2025. Like, get with it. Like, I don't want to have cash. I love, like, when somebody says, when I'm like, can I pay you via Venmo? And they're like, what's Venmo? I'm like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, okay, you really need cash. Well, even, and I hate being this guy and I haven't done it yet, but I probably will. Like, our awesome secretaries at the school, love them. They run the shit out of that school. They are our rock. But every time they have like a fundraiser, like so-and-so's grandma died, you can leave $5. No, I don't have $5. You're wanting me to go to the ATM so I can send me your Venmo. Like, come on. Like, I feel like you gain so much more money by using a digital source instead of cash.
Well, you're just going to have to start saving all your food delivery cash tips and I'll stick them somewhere so you bring it to the secretaries.
I mean, I'm much more honest. It sounds weird, but I'm much more giving on all that stuff if it's easy.
It's a lot less. I mean, it removes a friction point, and people tend to do that. I think it's just like a credit card. People spend more with a credit card than they do with cash. You don't have that emotional attachment that you do when you're forking over cash.
Well, and it's convenience too, because like you catch me in a week, not a weak moment, but like you see a GoFundMe that you want us, and like within 10 seconds you can have money on there. But if I have to like get up, even if I have to find my card, it ain't happening. Little Johnny's gonna die. I mean, it's not happening. Like you give me Apple Pay, give me like, because sometimes like my card is stored like in my device somehow. I don't know. And sometimes it'll auto populate. You know, you got to enter the 3-digit code for security, but I know that by heart. Like, even if I have to get my card, I'm like, no, it's too much work. I'm not even fucking with it. So anyways, that's my rant on digital money, which is the future. It's been the future. Why aren't we doing cash?
I'm most kids today, they don't deal with cash much at all. They've grown up with digital payments, and you see it all the time. And when I have passengers in the car, they'll be Venmoing, for their Uber rides. And sometimes I'll tell them, like, you can split that in the app, like we did in Dallas. And but we'll go in through the drive-through Cookout, and they'll be Venmoing each other how much I owe you for the food and things like that. They're Venmoing each other all the time, back and forth. And our kids are the same way.
I do get the appeal of cash though, like knowing this is how much I have. Like I get that mentality behind it. If you're not disciplined, then maybe cash is better for you. But like, for me personally, I mean, even if you owe me money or something, like here's cash, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? We literally have a cash envelope in the cupboard, and I tell my wife, I was like, okay, I got a bunch of cash from so and so.
Right? Can
you please just use it? Whatever. If you go out, just use it for something. We never do it. Sits up there. I'm like, there's $200 in here. What are we doing?
Dude, somebody's gonna break in your house now.
Oh yeah, for $200. Good luck. You gotta get past my pit bull and my pistol. All right.
Oh yeah.
Talk golf.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk golf. So, if you're into golf at all, you know who Rory McIlroy is. But last week,
McIlroy.
What's that?
I think it's Mac, isn't it?
McIlroy.
I think it's Mac.
I know who he is. I don't know how to pronounce it. McIlroy. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, we'll call him Rory. How about that?
Yeah.
Which is another hard name to pronounce for me.
Yes.
But anyway, so he was in a tournament down in Florida, and these golfers, they're always trading out different clubs, or this putter's not doing right, so they want to trade out their putter and things like that. So he'd trade out his clubs, and then he got here and he was not doing well with the clubs that he had, and he felt like he really needed some of his old clubs that he had, but they were not there, and they were not in Orlando with him. So he ordered a $995 Uber to pick up his clubs and bring them to him so he could use them in his tournament. So it was a 200 mile, about 2.5 hour ride on Uber. I think he could have found a cheaper way to do that.
But I mean, but quick enough.
Yeah,
other than Curry.
Yeah.
But that, I think they only do work with businesses. So I don't know anyone individually that would.
Maybe. So it said the cost of the trip was $665, and he added on a $330 tip. So wouldn't you like to have gotten that ride?
Damn.
Yeah.
I totally would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even without the tip.
Yeah.
2 hours. Well, he paid
2.5 hours. Yes. It's 2.5 hours. That seems ridiculous amount for
Well,
2.5
remember
hour ride.
that's what he paid.
Yeah. I wonder
The
if it was,
driver probably
yeah.
got $6.
Maybe he ordered Uber Black or something.
Oh God, can you imagine? You're moving golf clubs, you accidentally. I mean, oh my God, an Uber Black. So you think
Yeah.
600 is a lot for a 2.5 hour, just like for the passenger payment?
I would think so. Because I mean, I take people to Nashville at the airport. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, and they pay like 130.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. So maybe he did order some, which would be so stupid. Again, it's a news story. You know, take
and
it with
he's
a
got
grain of
the
salt.
money. He's
Well, of
extremely
course.
wealthy. Doesn't have to worry about it. But that number did seem very high to me.
Yeah, definitely. And a $300 tip, that means that driver
330, yeah.
made bank.
Yeah, that would be that would make your week there for sure.
Yeah.
It's neat when you hear stories like this, and you just wonder what the reaction was of the guy or the gal that got that ride.
Yeah. It's why wouldn't you have who I know I'm way analyzing this like I shouldn't. But like, okay, where were the clubs? Somebody had to get the clubs and connect with the Uber driver. Why didn't that fucker just drive him there? Like, I don't know. Maybe Rory didn't care. He was just like, I just want him there as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what it is. He wasn't worried about who was bringing him, but he said he was there. He was trailing by 7 strokes going into the final round. He regretted that his club, that he had switched his club. Told his manager he wanted to go back to his old faithful club, which TaylorMade QI10, which he had a lot of good luck with, and when he won the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am last month. But the clubs were nearly 200 miles away in South Florida. So
it's kind of a noob move. If you're a professional golfer, wouldn't you bring all your clubs so you have everything available at any given moment? It's kind of weird.
You would think so, but I don't know. I mean, if he really thinks that's all he's going to use, I guess why take it with you? But
true.
That's pretty interesting story.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. Before we jump back into news, I want to talk about Dovetail. I don't have a slide for it. I should probably make it. But Dovetail is it's a web page. What I sound like 100? It's a web page on the internet. Dial it up.
HTTP /
oldman.com. Probably a porno site. Don't go there. So basically, if you drive for DoorDash or Uber Eats or Uber Passenger or Lyft Passenger, you can upload your earnings to this site each week and earn $10 per service. Now, it is a little weird with Uber. I don't know, because my earnings, unless I do it twice with the same picture, because I do multiple stuff on Uber. So like I did like 6 Uber Eats and 2 rides. And this might be a question for you that you probably can't answer, but should I upload it twice? Once for Uber Eats and once for rides? I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think so, because I'm trying to remember on the little drop downs when you submit it I guess there is something for Uber Eats when you do food delivery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you're just an Uber Eats driver,
I would try it once and see. I mean, worst they can do is reject it.
That's true. Anyways, sidetrack or got off there. So each one that you upload, you earn $10. And so, potentially you could do 4, and that's $40 a week, times 4, $160. I mean, that's quite a bit of money. They're using just information from that. It's anonymous. You don't put any user information or anything. It doesn't connect to your account. So something I would look into. The link is in our description. If you sign up and after your first upload and $10 earnings, we get 10. You get an additional 10 too. So go ahead.
Easy money.
Easy money. I mean, well, actually not as easy as the tablet. I'll be honest with you. The tablet is easier. But
once you hook up the tablet, it's gone.
Right.
So then this one it takes you, 5 minutes a week. Yeah. So, it's well worth it.
And of course, Gary's apps, Middleton Tech, he has Maximo, Flex Alert, and Driver Utility Helper. Links are in the description for that. Just think of these apps as a way to filter the shitty rides and the shitty orders you don't want automatically. And by doing that, you're going to make more money and it's going to be safer because you are not touching your screen. They all have a certain price point. They're not free, obviously, but it's worth every penny. You'll earn your money back right away on that, and plus, obviously, those are all tax deductible and stuff like that too. So go ahead and check that out. Okay, so I don't have a screen. There was like a couple pages of screen, so I didn't really want to. So I'm just gonna. I didn't want to like download all the pictures, so I'm gonna read this. Let's see. So no longer returning items left behind. Uber now is to confirm with the passenger that they received the item. Passengers aren't going to confirm because they know will be charged. Dropping everything off at a police station, the owner can claim it there. It's been over 6 hours and no compensation. Let's see. Okay. I understand how important it is to get lost keys back to their owners. You're eligible for the lost return fee, and we will process it for you as soon as we receive the confirmation for the rider that they have their keys back. We'll keep you updated and let you know as soon as we hear from them. So this is an Uber chat for support. Thank you for your kind understanding. Is there anything else I can assist with you? And if they don't confirm, am I out my time and gas? He says, why would we take our time to do this? Often people are not honest. I understand your situation, and I know that waiting for a rider to respond can be upsetting, but we've reached out to them again to confirm whether or not whether or not they lost an item. Once they respond, we'll update you because per the new Uber guidelines, we are not able to process compensation without rider confirmation.
Yep.
So basically he's bitching about, which I kind of get. I did that.
This happened to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
So
here's what happened. No, because here's what happened is the person I had some passengers in my car, and then like the next ride, somebody's like, "Oh, I remember I said they left their purse in my car, had car keys in it and things like that." Well, she wasn't the person who ordered the ride.
Okay,
but she had she had followed me on TikTok, on Instagram, and so I knew who she was. So I sent her a message through there.
That's right.
And then I went and took it back to her, and I returned this item, and they sent me that message as soon as we confirm. Well, they're confirming with the person who ordered the ride, who she probably didn't even know this girl left her purse. So she's like, "No," I'm sure she was like, "I didn't leave any purse in my car."
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm from now on, I'm not gonna be proactive about. A lot of times I'll try to take it back to them before they even know it's gone or report it. But from now on, they're going to have to report through the app that they've left something in my car before I'll take it back to them.
Yeah, I mean, I get why Uber's doing it because they're probably getting a lot of bullshit claims.
Yeah, you just like the puke thing. People want to scam the system. It's a slow night. Let's make some money by saying somebody didn't return. Somebody left something in my car, because really it was just it's just our word that left something in your car.
So your stance on it is if you get a message that someone lost something, you find it. How are you going to message that person to say you have to confirm that I guess I don't, or are you going to stand there and watch them do it?
Well,
I mean, it's just, how do you force their hand to do it without giving the item back? Because they're not going to do it without you giving them the item.
Sure. Yeah. And that's not going to completely eliminate, them, the ability to do that. But I'm just saying, I'm at least going to have some history in the app where I can tell chat, look, in the app, they said they left something. I took it back. If that's necessary, I'll send them dash cam footage.
Yeah. I mean, then it's like, is it worth the $20, all the hassle? What
right.
I mean? They're hoping that you just fucking return it at good faith.
Sure.
I mean, you could also say to the person, hey, I'm going to need some money up front because it's my time, and just say that right away.
Yeah. Yeah. Venmo me. I don't do cash.
Here's my Venmo. If you can Venmo me some money, I would like base it on where they're at. If it's going to be a 40-minute drive, I'm going to need like $50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would think most people are probably going to give you a little something for the most part, but yeah, your situation is perfect. Why you're not going to get that money, because although now that you would know if this situation happened again, you would say to the gal, because obviously you connected, hey, can you let your friend know? Or maybe you didn't know in the time that the friend ordered the app or ordered the ride.
I didn't know for sure. You know, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. There's 3 or 4 of them. I wasn't for sure who ordered the ride.
Well, then you, I mean, I don't know, like I'm spinning my wheels, but then if they didn't order the ride and someone's requesting it, then you say, fuck it, I'm not returning it because they didn't order the ride. I mean, if you can figure it out,
right.
You know, but God dang it. I mean, obviously I don't drive people anymore, but like, I mean, you've, I think like a month ago, you had like 3 things left in one night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. 2 back to back and then 1 later on. Yeah. And it's weird. You know, most nights that doesn't, and I'll go months without anybody leaving stuff in my car. And then all of a sudden you have 2 or 3. But I, just try to be more,
proactive about it.
More proactive about looking in my back seat when people are getting out. You know, sometimes it gets busy. You forget to glance back there. It's easy to do. You're trying to get to the next ride. You've already got one queued up. You want them to get out. You want to go. You don't want to take time and take a flashlight and look back there. And,
or maybe add some verbiage each time someone gets out. Hey, make sure you look for your belongings, please.
Yeah, I try to do that a lot of times, but not always, for sure.
You get I know you get that.
Like that adrenaline. I get another ride.
Yeah,
it's
that adrenaline of making that big upfront pricing.
That's right. You know it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this next kind of funny. This actually only 2 videos for this show. I labeled it as a gangster Uber driver. So Larry shared this, and I forgot to do our little presentation there.
It ain't your car when I'm putting gas in it. It ain't your car when we in the backseat making babies. But now it's your car. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you where you going. Right. Yeah, what? Who's that in the background? You got another man over there with my kid? I'm on the way. We pulling up. Me and my boy Tony on the way. Yeah.
No.
Think it's a game. Think it's a game. He better be going in 15 minutes.
Hey, I don't know you. I'm not going with
me
you.
And Killer T on the way.
I'm not gonna kill her. I never killed nobody.
Yeah, me and Killer T on the way. I hope he got his boys with him.
Where you going? I'm not going with
like a challenge. Me and Killer T with it all.
I don't know him. I'm not coming.
Whatever. I bet he better be going in 15 minutes.
Don't put me in this shit.
Yo, Tony, you strapped?
I don't know you. I'm strapped.
You strapped? Yeah, we strapped. Yeah, Tony strapped. Yeah, Tony strapped up.
Put that gun
We
down.
on the way. Yeah, we on the way. 15 minutes. He better be going in 15 minutes. You think I'm playing about my kid? Yo, where you going? Yo, stop being scary.
That was so good.
That was. I came across that. It made me laugh out loud for sure. Just funny take, and all the things he did. His got name's Tony. Next thing he's calling him Killer T.
Killer T. You strapped?
Killer T on the way over. He's like, I hope he has his boys with him. Me and T like a challenge.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So good. The world is so funny. Like that's why I enjoy TikTok. I mean, there's a lot of shit on there too.
Sure.
Although I definitely notice, I feel like a real video I get, then an ad, then a live, then a reel. Like it's more ads and lives than actual videos. But anyways, people are so freaking creative.
Yeah. Oh, they are. Yeah, some people
are
so
just good.
Funny.
Like I don't have that creativity. I just love every minute of it. And that guy did a great job.
So that's what we got. One thing we got to do when we're in Nashville, we got to create some kind of funny TikTok while we're there.
Oh, we should. I don't know.
I don't have a good idea, man. We can brainstorm, surely.
Either that or whatever's viral at the time.
That or I'm just going to take a video of all y'all when I'm driving your drunk ass around and I'll post it.
Yeah, maybe. Blur my face out, please.
I'll do that.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. So this next one, Uber driver shares wildly illegal item mom left in the car. It's not really wild. It's basically a car seat. This story is just about this driver that and I've had this before.
I've had this before too.
I've had it with a fucking toddler in the back.
Yeah.
Like belted in, so they're probably not getting out, but like I'm looking at this kid and we're like, hey man, what's up? Yeah. Like we can have like a conversation.
Right. So it happened to me one time, and the person came out with a kid and they had their booster seat. It was a guy, and he got in, and I commended him. I was like, man, I really appreciate you having a booster seat for your child. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you would not believe how many people we have that try to bring their child, and even like babies, a few weeks old or something, and they just they want to hold them in their arms. And he's like, I can't believe people would do that. And I'm like, it happens. And then they yell at us. And so he's talking, he's like, wow, that's unbelievable. And so he has a stop at a Kroger. So we pull up there and he gets out and, I'm expecting him to go back because he has it's a 2 or 3 year old little girl in the back. And I thought he was getting out and going back to get her out because he's like, got to run in and be right back. And he gets out of the car, boom, he walks into Kroger. And I was like, dude, he comes back out and I gave it to him, man. I was like,
did you give it to him?
I did. I was like, man, dude, don't ever leave your kid. It's like, man, I could be on the interstate and before you're ever out of the store, you never see your kid again. It's like, I can't believe you would leave your kid with a perfect stranger. You have no idea what could happen.
I mean, in one hand, though, it feels good that maybe he trusted you. They didn't feel like you were going to do that. But on the other hand,
the kid was hilarious. We had a great conversation.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
The kid was so funny. Yeah. It was so funny. But yeah.
I get so, and maybe you never did this, and you can judge me because I did. But when my kids were younger, it was a pain in the ass to go into run into the convenience store. I'd leave them fuckers in there and lock the door. I mean, I turned the car off and everything. Yeah. I mean, obviously not in a hot day or whatever, but I'm just like, I'm not taking these bastards in here. I want to go get a Mountain Dew and whatever. Yeah. But I would never leave them with you're literally a complete stranger.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You really are. And, I mean, I know theoretically you could track me down through the Uber app and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, by then it's too late. I've already done whatever, I'm going to do to the kids. So it was such a 180-degree turn because I was like so happy that and commending him. And, man, you brought your booster seat. Can't believe you do that. And then the dude walks out and leaves his kid in my car. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm glad you gave him the business.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to be proactive and then you fucking leave your kid in the car.
I mean, it's bad enough when people leave their, I've had people, with women to leave their purse in my car.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I'm like, wow. And we know they're leaving stuff so we don't take off.
Well, yeah. But I mean, that's the chance you take.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you just say that?
I said, don't leave your kids.
Oh, I thought you said that's because my voice kind of overpowered yours. And it looked like you said that's the chance you take. And I thought you said the same fucking thing. No. Sorry. Squirrel. All right. Let's see. Moving on, Larry, what is going on here in this picture?
Yeah. So this is a picture. This is in the Amazon Flex Driver Reddit, and it says WTF is going on here. And it's this driveway. And I don't know, there's probably several hundred Amazon packages in this driveway. I mean, it's not like 10 or 20. This is like a couple of hundred Amazon packages. And the caption said, first I thought someone died, but the boxes seem recent. Then I thought maybe fraud, but maybe they're supplies for an event. Either way, walking down the driveway spooked the fuck out of me.
Well, yeah, this kind of reminds me of the story of your neighbor that you keep talking about that has all this Amazon. Like, I don't.
It's not near that many.
No, not this many.
No, not even that close to this.
I mean,
that's a bunch.
Yeah, I don't know what they would be doing on it unless it was like they unloaded a crate, or what do they call them? Overstocks or returns or whatever, where you can buy it.
Look up there close to the house. Look how many there are up there.
I
mean, there's a bunch. That's a bunch of packages. So I don't even know. And why are they just leaving them out there? I mean, we know that didn't get unloaded all in one day.
Oh no,
delivered in one day.
Well, it could have. I mean, Amazon's so efficient, it was around Christmas. But that is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, this makes you want to know the backstory. What's really going on?
Yeah, for sure. Last story of the day. It is, and this kind of goes back to Larry's point of don't leave your kid in the car. Uber driver arrested after forcing passenger to perform sex acts on the side of the highway. According to an arrest report, the victim ordered an Uber ride from friend's house, picked up by the suspect. While the suspect vehicle, the report states the victim asked to use a phone charger. Annoying. And Romero asked her to get in the front seat in order to use it. When she was in the front seat. He began to touch and try to kiss the victim, trooper said, and got more aggressive. She tried to resist. Per the arrest form, he pulled over on the shoulder. My dogs are fighting. He pulled over the shoulder, removed his pants, and exposed himself to the victim before forcing her to touch him and perform oral sex, after which he cleaned himself off with a towel, and took her to the drop-off location. So this is just like what we talked about. Hey, stop. You got the little 14-pound that's like bossing the 80-pound pit bull around. Enough. Okay, I think we're good. I either got to crate him or something, because now that we're doing the show early, Meg's not home from work. Usually we start at 8, and so she's dealing with the kiddos and the dogs. But I don't know why they're being dicks to each other. But yeah, this guy, like, you don't know who
you don't. Yeah,
and
you
I
don't
feel
know.
so bad for the woman. Like, I don't understand men. They're fucking pieces of shit. And like, did this guy think that he was going to get away with it too? Like, you think about that stuff and you're just like, what are you doing?
It's crazy. Yeah, and then he told the police that she appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. Although,
well, no shit, that's why she got an Uber.
Yeah, but the officer said the victim did not exhibit any signs of being under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Well, what does it matter?
And what would that matter? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. So what? That's what I was bringing up. Why is he even saying that? What would that matter?
Yeah.
That makes it okay because she was drunk.
Yeah, that's so bad. So just be safe out there, y'all. Like, seriously, like, check the plates, match the picture, do all the basic things. And if you're that hammered,
have a friend go with you.
Thank you. Yes, grab a friend or something, because you can't be trusting nobody out here, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So
it's sadly,
it is sad. So hopefully she's okay and she can get the help she needs to deal with that piece of shit. So, speaking of piece of shit, so I don't remember if I told you this, but way back last summer, we had one of our bus drivers killed on a bike. He was an avid bike rider, like cyclist, and some meth head crossed the center line and killed him.
Oh man, that's horrible.
And so she was a felon. She was on probation for crack cocaine, had already served jail time. She just got sentenced. He sentenced her to 15 to 34 years, meaning she probably at least has to serve 15 and then she can be up for parole. But like 15 years for killing somebody and a repeat offender.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that frustrating?
It is. Yeah, it really is.
Unless they're going to like deny her parole for a long time. So make her do that. But she'll be out when she's 60.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God dang it. Like, where is the justice system? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, just think that was one of your family members who had been killed.
I know.
I'll be furious.
The guy was he literally was like the nicest guy ever. Very religious, strong Christian, was very great with the kids, never yelled at them like me.
You beat me to it, man. You're like, you're probably
going for it.
Oh yeah, I would have said.
Oh my God. Yeah, I yelled at one of my kids today because like I have a really good bus route, but for whatever reason I started playing music in the afternoon for these kids. I hadn't given me a list of songs. I had to go through and make sure they were clean and edited. But ever since then, these fucking boys in the back, they think they can stand up. So I'm like reminding them, sit down, please. And today, one of the other kids stood up, and finally, I didn't even grab the mic this time. I yelled over the music to the kids. I'm like, blah, 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 sit down, like that. And he's like, okay, like that. And I'm like, yeah, Mr. Doug, he didn't do that. He was very kind, and he somehow had a good relationship with the kids. I yell at him. So anyway, that's my little story.
That is
it just sucks. Like,
it does.
She lives, and this guy that gave so much back to the community, and just amazing, man. So anyways, sorry about my soapbox there, but
no.
Larry, driving this weekend? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, I will be out driving this weekend. This is spring break week, like I said, for the college here, but they'll be coming back on this weekend. So I will definitely be out. Probably won't go out tomorrow night just because they're out of town. It'll be pretty slow.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go down and bring dinner to my mom and dad instead. but yeah, I'll be out this weekend for sure, doing at least one DoorDash, get my dovetail money.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ran into a lady at work that she's our HR director, and somehow we were at a meeting and my buddy said something about me driving Uber, and she's like, I didn't know you do that. And then she started telling me about how she door dashes. And she's
Okay.
like, yeah, she's like, on Fridays when it's real busy, she's like, I'll take off work. I'll put in for vacation for a couple of vacation hours and I'll take off and go DoorDash. And
I'm
so
like,
I saw her.
okay.
I saw her on first. I referred her to Dovetail, so she got her
course.
signed up on Dovetail. And then this Monday, I saw her. I was like, "Hey, I stole one of your DoorDashes this weekend," because she was like, "Don't you be stealing my DoorDash orders?" I was like, "Well, I stole one. I'm gonna steal
That's
one every
hilarious.
weekend."
Dang.
Yeah.
That's amazing. She takes
Yeah, she's
time
like, "Oh,
off.
I'm like a top dasher." She's like, "I'm a top dasher." I was like, "You go, girl."
Good job.
Yep.
Good job. Maybe she's taking all the orders because, like, I'm really curious this weekend. I'd love for you to throw it on to see what happens.
Oh, I'll definitely throw it on, see what happens.
Yeah, I plan on working. I do have a few. I got to drive the old people around for a few things this weekend, but I'll be in and out doing some gig work. So, all right. And as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
We'll see you on the road.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, good night. Thanks, guys.